We hear time and time again that agents must consistently time block and use effective systems. This can be a challenge. Would you please tell us about how you manage your time and what systems work best for you?
Alright, so managing systems and time blocking, for me, it took a good 2 years for that to sink in. Hearing it. And I am coached in real estate now. When I first started, I had a productivity coach. And I asked a million questions and bugged a lot of people, especially Gary. But for the most part, that to me is the core of treating real estate like a business. So I used to fly around by the seat of my pants and just get a phone call, go do this, check my email 15 times a day, get back to voicemails, and just really all over the place. It was until I started to say between 8 and 10, I'm going to do this action, between 10 and 11, and so on and so forth, is when I started to implement systems, and it really got a lot easier actually to do more business, because you have to be at a certain area of your schedule every day. So yeah, for me, time blocking definitely, once it sunk in, it helped a lot. And I still struggle with this. I have a small attention span, and I still consider myself very mature, and I'm always running around doing things. But if I can keep it closer to an 8 or a 9 out of 10 is when I notice I'm really, really sharp. There are days where, I pride myself that when I'm on, there's nobody better. I say that to myself all the time, but then when I'm off, I also say that there's nobody worse. So I try to keep it to an 8 or a 9, and a lot of books you read, a lot of coaches you talk to, they talk about gaps, and that everybody has their bad habits and their gaps. So you'll prospect 20 days in a row and you take off for 5 or 10 or 20. And that is still something I struggle with, however my gaps are getting shorter. Making my weekly follow-up calls to my sellers and my buyers, making my prospecting calls, doing my feedback. Everything that I need to do is getting better, and I'm trying to model myself after some much better agents in my office and outside my office to keep growing with that. But I can't stress that enough. Time blocking, even having a schedule. How many people even in this room, I know myself, the first 2-3 years, I didn't even have a schedule. That to me is very difficult to run a business without having a schedule, and this is a business, if you treat it that way.